Welcome to another episode of Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm your host, Rick, and we've got Kurt here today. There, Rick, that is me. That's my name. And Kurt, that's me. What does it say? Co-hostings? All right. So we're back. We're doing Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures. Figured you guys started. We did a return.
We did a return while you were gone. It was fun, and you missed out.
I didn't actually. I watched it. We watched it at the at Hooters, because I like Hooters when I go to conventions.
Yeah, we talked about how good the stuff was there.
It's delicious, and so yeah.
It's delicious.
So I was at DragonCon this past weekend, and
how was that?
It was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When'd you get in?
I got in at 4 a.m. this morning. I got back at 4 a.m. this morning.
Ah.
Yeah, and I leave again today around 10 to go to the next event.
So this show brought to you in part by sleep deprivation.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. I should get one of those slap happy opportunities.
That'll be good.
So I'm going to be painting a Displacer Beast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And as you all know, that these Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures are, pre-primed with Vallejo Prime.
Yep, these are WizKids Marvelous. So if you like it, check out WizKids on their website. Go to your local hobby shop and find these models. If you're new to the Nolzur's lines, they're super cost effective and affordable and excellent quality. A hard plastic, so it's not gonna bend or anything like that. Super detailed. I can't say enough good things about these models.
Right, I love them.
You can play with them.
Yeah, and they're, like I said, they're high definition, or they're HD quality. It says it right on the package.
So the package never lies.
Right there. HD minis primed with Vallejo Prime. So you get all the goods right there. If you want to go check out their stuff, you can go to wizkids.com/unpainted. And you'll get a lot more details, information. Because what we're painting is still from Series 1. But there are miniatures from, I think they're going to be coming out with their Series 4 already.
Seriously?
Yeah. So
we're behind.
We are behind. We're the worst. So let's take a look and see who's all joined us today. I brought in, but I did bring...
presents?
Well, not so much presents, but I did bring the 2017 program guide for DragonCon to kind of give you guys an idea of what you missed. So there's a lot of media presence at that show. So you had people like Sean Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and other shows. Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger. Elizabeth Henstridge from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Kane from wrestling fame. Daniel Logan, who played the young Boba Fett. So that was pretty cool. Let's see, Gates McFadden, who was Dr. Beverly Crusher, whom I had a crush on her when I was younger.
She's no Marina Sirtis.
Wow. Dina Meyer, who is also a crush on her. She was Diz from Starship Troopers.
Well.
Yeah. And
different reasons.
Yeah. Billy Piper, John Barrowman, William
John
Shatner.
Barrowman is literally at every convention that exists. If there's a convention, John Barrowman is there.
And he's awesome.
And he's great.
Yeah. And then Stan Lee was there.
No, he was not.
He was. Or it was Stan Lee's animatronic. We're not quite sure yet. We'll get back to you on it. Science has come a long ways. So
they Tupac'd him?
They yeah, hologram.
That's great.
So, and then also I have the September issue of Game Trade Magazine.
What?
Yeah.
Rip it up. I want to see it.
It's right there. I am ripping it up. So inside it, you're going to get a couple cool little things here, little inserts. One of them is the apportation. I don't know what that is. I don't know.
The what?
And telepathy.
There's nothing quite like teleportation.
So on one side, on the white half side, it's like yin-yang. And you got telepathy. And on this side, it's apportation. Banish a warlock, lost witch, or locust guardian demon. And this, I believe, is part of the new Legends of the Five Rings.
That makes sense.
Card game. And then
lots of hype on that bad boy.
Right. Sold out at Gen Con.
Did.
Yeah. And then there's a bookmark for the official Munchkin bookmark of Holiday Cheer, which, as you all know, these tend to be playable in your Munchkin games
they do.
of some sort. So.
Stolen. Zoink.
Oh, taking the magazine.
So there it is. Yeah, the Legend of the Five Rings ran the front cover there. Like I said, lots of hype surrounding this game. And the cool thing, I don't know if you know the difference, is it's a living card game. So much like the Game of Thrones card game that's out there, stuff like that. If you buy the pack, you get all the cards in that pack set. So you don't have to worry about the collectible aspect of it, of opening up booster packs and hoping you get the cards that you look for. You know what you're kind of getting by buying the packs, and the LCG communities are just booming right now.
Right.
So very cool stuff. So I'm gonna peruse this real fast while Rick finally starts putting some paint on a model.
Well, it is a Displacer Beast, so I'm only gonna have 2 colors. I picked it just for that reason because I was like, I never finish a model on camera. So
Dragonfire, which we still need to bust open.
Yep.
New Rune Wars model. We painted those a few months back, right?
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool, dude.
Is it a new faction?
Yeah.
Locust Swarm. Oh my God, that is cool. It's like a giant.
Big nasty dude.
Yeah.
Big nasty. Let's see here. See other cool minis. Wild West Exodus is one that I definitely want to try and get. It's a super cool kind of. Obviously a Wild West theme, but it's got that fantasy element to it also, with like bears and stuff like that, but it still follows the cultures of Wild West, just with the fantasy element to it. I saw a really cool demonstration of it while I was at Gen Con. Looks pretty cool.
Nice.
Looks pretty cool. And it's in the magazine, so that's good.
So it makes it cooler.
That makes it cooler because it means we can put it on the show.
That's right. We can talk about it.
There's a new Game of Thrones.
Hey, Keenan. Nice to see you in the chat there. Let's see who else has joined us up. Oh, we got Joshua Lemire. Hello, Joshua.
Joshua Lemire.
He says, paint faster, Kurt.
I'm not painting. I'm taking a break. My hands hurt.
Wow.
Oh, Star Wars RPG is getting a Dawn of Rebellion hardcover book, which follows the, whatchamacallit, Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
Kind of neat. So this magazine is great, guys. For those that go to your local hobby shop, if you have one and you're able to get a hold of this magazine, because it's just kind of like a wish list. That's what I do. I'll go through it and do a quick once over real fast, and then I'll go through more with appendix to kind of see what's coming out, because there's so many games that come out. It's so easy for stuff to kind of just fall through the cracks. It is. It's very, very, very easy. This is just a great tool to use that, so they don't. I mean,
absolutely.
Just there's so much to keep up with. It's ridiculous.
So, like I also mentioned, I am leaving again today to go to another show.
Thank God.
This one is going to be the Alliance Open House. So, for those of you that may not know what that is, the Alliance Open House is a retailer, consumer, or it's a non-consumer show. It's a trade show for the publishers and the retailers to come together with Alliance and talk about ways that they can better the industry, become a better retailer for the consumer. It's a really, really good show. And while I'm there, I'm going to get to see some really cool stuff coming out. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of interviews with the different publishers. So stay tuned for that. I want you guys to check out all the cool details coming out of that. So we'll be putting up some content after the show. But one of the things I am excited about is there's going to be some more miniatures announced there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because these were announced at the open house last year.
Like I said, I'm so behind, though. Apparently I didn't even see the last wave to come out. So
right. So there's that. There's going to be some new ones announced. And from what I remember with my talk at Gen Con with Justin is there's 100 plus.
Stop it.
coming out over the next year.
No.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And if Justin is in the chat room or tunes in and can divulge that information as to how many new miniatures are coming out, it's absolutely, that Justin is a fan of Dungeons and Dragons and role-playing games because he puts so much love and energy into making sure that these miniatures are of the quality they are and are going to increase in availability for all of you to add new creatures, PCs, NPCs to your campaigns.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. There's something else I'll be doing at the open house too that I'll be talking about afterwards as far as what it is. But for those of you that watch or pay attention to Renegade Game Studios, they have an RPG coming out later.
Oh yes. Hopefully we get some more information.
I'm actually playing in a demo.
You are?
Yeah, Friday night I'll be playing in a demo, and I'll be
Mr. Butler running it.
Mr. Butler is running it, and then afterwards, based on whatever they allow us to discuss, I will be sharing that with all you all, so that you can get some
discuss
intel
it all. What's he gonna do?
I don't know.
How mad can he get?
He may not talk to me for a period of time if I disclose too much.
Yeah, but
and I don't want to do that. So
that's true.
I just want to let you all know I will be playing in a demo of that, and I will let you all know.
What's the name of the game? He's exhausted. I'm going to try and put him on the spot as much as possible. It's Overlight.
Overlight. Yes.
So no, Overlight, I myself am more than curious about it. So have fun, enjoy. Sounds great.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I know you wish you were there so you could play too.
Don't even care. I'm over it.
I don't think you are.
I'm over it.
So I'm really enjoying painting this Displacer Beast because look I'm almost
Well, number
done.
one, it's the opposite of what you always do. You're putting a dark color on top of a light color. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
It's the reverse. It's like Bizarro Land.
It's like I'm learning something.
It's Bizarro Land. Much easier, isn't it? It's
know.
weird when you put black on top of a...
I don't know.
Weird. I don't like it.
So I go in and I get an ashen gray.
Good stuff.
So also while at DragonCon, I did get an opportunity to do an interview with Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor on Smallville. That was actually really fun. He's a funny cat. The video's already kind of floating out there on Comic Wow's side, but we're gonna rip it down and put some edits to it, so you guys will be able to watch it a much better video than just.
Was it just a one-on-one or was it a group?
No, it was a group thing.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, it was just me, Crystal, was holding the camera, and one other individual that was there interviewing as well. We had gotten approvals to do other celebrities, but they either canceled or got sick.
Really?
Yeah.
The cred was there, huh?
Yeah, it was there as well. But I can't be mad because we did get approval to interview John Barrowman, but he had to cancel, and the reason he canceled is because he had so many fans at his table that he just, he couldn't break away from them. And I'll never be upset at anybody that will support their fans like he does. He's probably one of the best at being a fan's fan. So.
No, can't get mad at that.
Nope.
So aside from interviewing the celebs and the cosplays, what else did you see there that was super cool?
Okay. Well, they have the Adventure League and Pathfinder Society room for the campaigns role-playing game areas. So they had both those going on. They had a Starfinder, the first 3 Starfinder Starfinder Society games being played, which was pretty neat. I walked in and watched a little bit of that. Didn't sit down and play, but I did watch it. And then they had a non-campaign RPG area, which was really cool, where they had like 50 or 60 different RPG games that you could potentially sit down and play.
Really?
From 7th Sea to Deadlands, and there was just a lot. And then
no Into the Badlands?
Oh, I know, right? Come on, guys! Into the Badlands needs to be an RPG, and soon. And then, of course, they had their board game area upstairs in the America's Mart Building 1. And that was kind of interesting because that was open 24 hours. And there were, I want to say it was Saturday night, I went up there and played Clank because I like it. And introduced it to 3 people that had never played it before. But they had probably 40 or 50 people playing that werewolf game.
Yeah.
Not the LARP or anything.
Are you a werewolf?
Yeah, where you slap your legs and all that stuff. So they were playing that, and it was, like I said, 30 or 40 people were playing it at like 3 or 4 different little pods of players. I was like, holy crepes.
Yeah,
and this was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I saw that at Gen Con too. It's one of the premier late night games to play with groups of people that just spontaneously occur throughout the entire convention. Because more or less they see people playing, they'll stop by and say, can we join? And that's more or less how it goes.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. They had the BattleTech pods, if you've ever played those.
I meant to this year, just didn't get a chance. I ran out of time so bad this year.
And then they had that Star Trek game that you played at Gen Con.
Yes, RMS Bridge.
Yeah, they had that there. But it was like booked the entire time.
Really?
As far as like in advance, people had bought tickets to play it and be,
So is it similar to Gen Con in that regard, where you do book things ahead of time?
Yeah, you can, and then of course they have the generic ticket purchases as well, so that you can go in and sit at a table that might have an open space.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they had a retro arcade area, so you could play the old '80s video games.
Who doesn't like a good retro?
And, yeah, it was cool. I played Mortal Kombat.
Never heard
the
of
original Mortal Kombat video game.
Is that good?
Yeah, I won just barely, but.
Who'd you play?
The roommate, Alan.
No, who did you play in the game?
The only person I do play, and that's God, he got me again. Raiden. Raiden's my favorite character from that franchise.
Makes sense.
Well, he is the god of lightning, and I like that stuff.
Lightning.
Well, what are you all doing? What did you guys get into this past weekend?
Right, who's on the chat?
Yeah, well, the chat is quiet today.
Because I know that you were here.
I know, and I do talk a lot. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Don't shut up.
I never shut up.
The worst.
So what did you all get into this weekend? Did you paint any minis? Did you go to a convention? I know that there was a lot of conventions this weekend.
There were a lot of conventions. I had family in town, so we went to Medieval Times on Saturday.
Okay.
And then we went to the Renaissance Festival on Sunday.
How was it?
So, what's that?
The Renaissance Fair, how was it?
It was good. It was a little muddy, because the reason we went to the Medieval Times the day before is because it was raining the whole day. So we're like, well, let's go to the mall, and then we'll do that, and then we'll walk around or whatever, so just to get them out of the house. So the Renaissance Festival was really muddy.
Did you buy anything?
I didn't buy anything. No, I bought a mug at the tavern.
So you bought something.
I bought a mug.
So what you're saying is you're
and
a liar.
Lots of food. I just grazed. So
you bought food and a mug.
I grazed for freaking 7 hours.
So
it was great.
You did buy stuff and you're a liar.
Yep, more or less. That's more or less the case. So yeah. So it was good. It was muddy, but it was very good.
I like it.
Very, very good. A little disappointed with the joust.
Really?
At the
Medieval Times?
No, the Renaissance.
Oh, at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, because they changed up who was doing the joust this year, and it was, instead of it being like really good actual hitting and jousting, it was Medieval Times.
Oh no.
Yep. It was all staged and all fake, and we're jumping around like fools. Really disappointing. Not what I expected.
So in the chat, we've got...
In the chat.
Crystal says, I experienced the dragon. She did. What?
I said, yeah. She experienced... How much conscious did she experience?
Well, yeah, she's a passer-outer. It was funny because she's like, I feel warm. Could you loosen up my corset? So I loosened it up, and then, yeah, she's like, boop. And this is up by the, like, I don't know if y'all saw any of the pictures I took where it showed just a massive crowd of people at the, which is the bar at the Marriott on like their mezzanine level. It was literally right there that she passed out. We hadn't even had a drink or anything yet.
Good work, team.
It was quite. I mean, it sucks because she wanted to stay out and have a good time and everything that night, but it
was not meant to be.
But I know that she had a good time overall, so that's what's important. Bill said played a bunch of board games, bought alcohol and Scotch eggs all day.
Yes.
What is Scotch eggs?
Scotch eggs are the best thing on the planet.
So that is disgusting.
No, it's a hard-boiled egg that they then wrap with sausage, and then they deep fry it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try this. Is that at the Ren Fair?
Yeah, it's at the Ren Fair. You can also get it at the Tilted Kilt.
Okay.
It is the goods.
So Crystal says, hey, I gave all the blood.
Yeah, sure, that's what it was.
Melissa does come to her defense.
Picked a heck of a day to quit sniffing glue.
So, yeah.
But no, it was good. I tell you, it was really nice. Like, aside from the muddiness, the weather-wise, it was a really nice day to go to the Renaissance Festival.
You know where it's muddy right now?
Tell me.
Houston.
Nice.
It sucks. I mean, has anybody heard anything about what's going on down there as far as the cleanup? Are they just prepping for the next one? Irma? Is it Irma?
Is there another one going?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
This one is going to be crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Irma is coming through the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Cuba, South Florida area, and it's probably going to hit land at like a Cat 5.
That's
like 180 mile an hour winds, like strong enough to like shear cities off the map. Just gone.
And when's this happening?
This week.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind.
No, I am not. I am actually like interested in seeing how it all plays out. But yeah, so Houston was devastated by a Category 4, dropped like all the water on the planet in that one little spot. So I know that a lot of different charities are out there, raising money to help with them. So if you see one and you have the means, help one of them out. Support one of the charities helping out our friends in Texas.
All right.
Category 5 emergency has been called for Florida and the Caribbean.
Really?
Yep.
This week is awful vague.
It's going to be interesting. I'm actually a big fan of hurricanes, but that's just me.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, I need to take a look at a photo of this Displacer Beast.
It's black.
No, it's more than that.
Oh, that's when we highlight it with lesser black.
Lesser black.
No, seriously.
I know, but I thought like the pads, the like little like sensor pads.
Well, yeah, these are like bone.
Yeah.
And obviously teeth and eyes, but seriously, the rest I think is
just black.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a dark tone. Would that help? Like, or a blue tone to give it like that. Like, how like on the comic book.
Not with black, but if you were to highlight it up gray first and then do it, maybe. But if you just put blue on top of it, nothing's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see here.
Gross.
We're looking up Displacer Beast. Displacer Beast. All right.
Oh boy.
It is.
So I was waiting for this dude to dry so I can throw the first shade on him.
Okay, yeah, it looks like they would almost like dry brush a lighter, like you said, bone color over the pad so that they should be black.
Man, let me see.
Yeah.
If you're going for the blue one, yeah. So like I said, if you were to do this one, like you said,
well, it's literally based off that one.
Right. Well, so yeah, I would wait until it's fully dry before you do anything.
Yes.
So, and then I would just dry brush this dark gray or something, equivalent.
Okay.
On the whole thing, and then like you said, maybe put a blue wash on top of it
to give it that like cartoony shading.
Or you can throw a black wash on it and wait till that dry, and then put a blue wash on top of that.
Okay.
So, multiple things going on.
Yes.
So much fun. So I've watched a movie this weekend.
No, you didn't.
I watched the new Guy Ritchie's King Arthur movie.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No. I heard that it's visually stunning.
I actually thought it was good. I actually enjoyed the movie. I was surprised.
Yeah, because you're a critic of all things.
I'm a critic of all things. Well, based on the last King Arthur movie we had to deal with.
The one with...
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen. I enjoyed it.
Of course you did.
Because I like the Vikings.
That movie was garbage. Any way you look at it, that movie was no bueno. But yeah, so it was good. I liked it. You know what? So my only critique, my only complaint, as you know, of Wonder Woman was I thought the bad guy was a lot to be desired. Sure. I thought it was kind of. Let me tell you what, the bad guy in this movie should have been that guy.
Okay.
Because it was like crazy. Like that person fighting Wonder Woman would have been awesome. So that would have been a good interpretation of was it Ares or what was it? What was he supposed to be?
Ares.
It was Ares.
Ares got it.
That should have been Ares. 100%. Not what we dealt with Wonder Woman, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and really, that was my only complaint about Wonder Woman is it was a little long, and I thought that guy was.
If you're going to complain anything, let it be the male actor.
Yeah.
That did not fit the bill.
Right, it certainly wasn't Gale. Like she killed it.
Yeah.
There's a couple parts that were just kind of a little drawn out. It was a long movie.
Yeah.
But so was this. This movie was clocking in at almost 2.5.
What? I know that it's on on demand or something right now. So
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I may have to pick it up and watch it.
I liked it. Like, don't go into it thinking it's going to be the best thing in the world. But let me tell you, it was more than met my expectations.
Nice. Craig asks, are y'all ever going to stream a D&D game? Craig, yes, we are.
Don't let them lead you on. That's not going to happen.
Well, here's the thing.
Pull the plug right now.
The other benefit of me going to the Alliance Open House is I get to sit down with the Alliance upper management, and we're going to have a meeting about programming and see what fits and what doesn't, and come back with some new, fresh ideas. And that's part of my pitch is that I'm going to pitch it to you guys first, and let me see what you who watch think.
They're going to think it's garbage.
Once a month, we'll do a live D&D session, or we'll do one where it's pre-recorded and then put out once a month, and it'll be a one-shot scenario, and it may not always be D&D. We'll do a live RPG one-shot scenario. That
I would not do it live. I would 100% not do it live.
Okay.
I would definitely edit it because sometimes those sessions go long. Sometimes there's
a lot of sidebars.
Sometimes you're looking up rules. I would get rid of all that junk, and I would definitely do it. But yes, but I think once a month is great.
Yeah. And it would be a different RPG every time with pre-generated characters, or the characters we do during building character would be the ones used in said game.
I agree with that.
So that's one of the things that we're going to be working on. There's a couple other cool ones that I'm pitching, but I know that you all want some RPG stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to make that happen.
I think they want just more gaming content in general.
I agree.
Whether it be learn to plays or whether it be
there's some big information or news coming out soon for Game Trade Media that you guys I think are really going to like. So
big things
tuned.
coming.
Rebecca, how are you all even functional after DragonCon? Like, I literally just woke up a half an hour ago. I'm not truly functioning right now, and I still have a lot to do today. After this, then tonight I got to get laundry done from the DragonCon to take when I leave to go to Alliance Open House. So it's crazy. And then, everyone wants to see Starfinder. Did you see Jenny? I did. I did see Jenny. I went up into the Artist Alley and I saw the Devil's Panties group. Oh. Yeah. So it's like a comic type thing.
Yeah. How was it?
I didn't read it. So I just saw their booth. Said hi. James said hi, and that's pretty much all I could do, because. There's just so much to see in the dealer's hall. There's literally.
Well, I mean, like I said, I saw
levels of
20% of the dealer hall in Gen Con this year. 20%.
Yeah.
I just ran out of time.
Now imagine that dealer hall, 3 levels of it.
I can't do it.
It's ridiculous.
I don't have the mental capacity.
So much
to do it.
stuff.
Can't do it.
It's like a giant flea market of nerddom.
Sounds like garbage.
No, it's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. But yeah, so that was DragonCon for the most part.
Yeah.
I did buy a lot of stuff. Crystal and I both bought.
All right. So what were the highlights of your purchases?
So the character I play in your game, Lassiter Loreseeker.
Hey, you remember that?
Yep. I got a sketch or a character. I commissioned a character sketch of him. It's
cool.
a full body sketch. It's really, really cool. And based on the description I gave him, it looks exactly like I imagined him.
Really?
Yeah, it is. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, so that's what
it'll look great.
So what that nerd looks like.
It'll look great in the Wall of Death.
No. And here's another thing for those of you that may not know. I love journals. I love them, and pens and art supplies. I love that kind of stuff. So they had this like leather-bound book booth, and I bought this one that was probably 8 by 10 pages, and it had a big leather bound with 2 metal clasps on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be going through that, and I'm going to put in kind of like how the Night's Watch, not the Night's Watch, but the King's Guard on Game of Thrones has their the book that they all write their accomplishments in. But I'm going to do a sheet for all of the different characters that I've created for different games and stuff in there. So like Orion Frost, Lassiter, Runestorm Fist, Mace Thunderforge. So all these different characters that I've created. I'm going to do like their write-up in there and like their stats for the game that they are associated with.
Okay.
And then as I go to different conventions, I'm going to get different artists to do like a portrait of the different characters as well.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. I thought that'd be a lot of fun. I got my bag of dice from Chessex, which I always do. You know, it's like you get this big pitcher and you scoop in this big thing and it fills up, and they put it in a bag for you. But then if they like you, sometimes they'll take the little coffee cup scoop too and add a couple more scoops into your bag. And I got like 3 or 4 extra scoops, so I wasn't upset. So pretty happy for that. And then the last, I bought a bunch of weird stuff, but the other major like cool piece that I got was it's Level Up Dice. Is this new dice company that you may have saw them at Gen Con. They have the dice are cut from different metals and gems, like precious metals and gems. Precious metals and gems. Like they'll cut you a dice set, or they have them available made from tungsten. And they're like $600 for a set.
Okay, that what you bought?
I did not buy that. I bought the aluminum set,
okay,
which was significantly cheaper, but still cool. And it comes in a little. You can get this little like box that has a slot for all the dice, and it closes up, and then that goes into a little dice roller tray.
Okay.
So it's a neat little thing. And I figured if I can use that during the playtest of Overlight this weekend and then christen it with a brand new game, that'll be kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm that nerd.
Wicked.
Let's see what we got else on here. Yeah, they are great. Charles, can I suggest something for you? I see your expensive brushes, and I have this, and it works great. They have a paintbrush washer. That's pretty cool, Charles. High with screen and holding a holder spring. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks, Charles. I'll take a look at that. And if you guys are looking for a brush holder or anything, check it out as well. What is Kurt painting on? Kurt is painting on, I believe, orcs?
I have orcs. Yeah. I got a couple of orcs just putting the base coats down.
Nice.
And we're going to be putting the first washes on now, so that's going to be fun.
Yes, Craig says, I am not paying $600 for dice. I wouldn't either, unless I had... You know,
I ain't paying no 50 cents for no Coke.
If I had disposable income where it is like, well, whatever, it's just $600, then maybe I'll get a pair of tungsten dice. But I held the 20-sided dice in my hand, and that was easily like 10 or 15 pounds.
Stop it.
Like a normal-sized 20-sided dice. It was heavy as heck. I was like, holy grapes, that's ridiculous. And the fact, and someone had actually bought 2 sets of them.
What?
Yeah. So you know that guy's serious.
Yeah, so serious and spending money.
They spent some serious cash on it, but and then of course I got Crystal a really cool piece. My buddy Will Pig is an artist. He sets up at DragonCon and a bunch of other cons, but he does these silhouettes of like Disney characters or video game characters.
Did you get one of Mona?
No, Moana?
Yeah, that's it.
No, I got her a Little Mermaid silhouette.
No, I meant for yourself.
No, I did not. I should have.
You should have.
He has one that I plan on getting, but it's the Princess Bride.
Okay.
And when you look at it, you can definitely see Wesley and Buttercup like facing off against each other, like they're getting ready to do one of their kiss scenes.
Oh, adorable.
But it has all this stuff, and it says "as you wish" in a heart. But as you look at it, he has it set up where there's like the story is being told in the art.
What?
Like he's got these 5 rings that represent the 5 years that Wesley and Buttercup were separated while he was on the Dread Pirate ship, Robert, and there's a little pirate ship, and then it comes down and it has their wedding rings. And then it has, or the wedding, the 2 rings represent the wedding that they crash. There's a positive negative portion where an ROUS is there, but if you're just looking at it, you may miss it. There's the castle, There's
I don't think they exist.
The 2 cups for the iocane powder show off. You know, it's a cool piece, and his artwork is super inexpensive for the artistry.
For what you get, yeah.
Yeah, so like the piece I got, Crystal, came in this acrylic frame that is a double-sided acrylic that, much like you would put a card in, but it's like this big, and like this wide, and it was $60, $65.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all, and it's beautiful. And like I said, he was like hand over fist, selling his artwork. So yeah. I couldn't be happier for him. And if you want to check him out, it's Will, WILL, PIGG is his last name. Check out his artwork.
That's some pig. That would be my Charles Webb of the day. I get one.
Craig says those damn dice better roll themselves.
Right? Those dice better do my taxes for me.
James says I have Fate dice as well. Fate are awesome. Ponies for Rick. Scott McDonald. So what kind of damage would a tungsten D20 do as a range attack?
Right.
2D dead. Yeah.
I mean, how is it normal size?
It's a normal size die.
Seriously.
Then it's heavy.
It's weird.
It's ridiculous.
It's weird.
But tungsten is a super dense metal.
Right.
So, I mean, they use it in high, weapon systems for the military.
You can put them on if you want, but if you grab them by the axe.
All right, cool.
Everything else is drippy.
Ew.
But.
Oops.
Well, that was about the stupidest thing you could have done. I'm not going to lie.
I got it. I saved it.
You're wiping your hand off. That means that there's wash in your hand.
Nope.
That means
not one wash.
That means that came from somewhere else.
Not
which means
anywhere.
it came from the.
Nope.
I never hated you more in my life.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Jesus,
We're all fine.
We're all fine. God.
There he is, spinning and doing his thing. Looks beautiful.
There he is. Looks just great. Don't worry about it. It's fine, just fine. Stupid.
So you were saying that this ash gray you think would work? With the dry
it's
brush?
a little light. I mean, unless what?
How did you get that thumbprint imprint on the in the paint?
It's very difficult to actually do. The thumbprint technique is new that Rick just made up, so it's good.
It's to give it texture. And,
well, you can't dry brush anything, so.
Oh, I'm just saying when I get to it.
I would add this to maybe some black, but you want to find a darker gray. If you don't have one, that's fine.
I'm sure I do.
You just add this and just add a little black to it.
I have dungeon gray.
That's better. That's that. Yeah, it's good. That's right.
All right.
So that's what
dungeon gray it shall be.
Yep, that's the one. But you can't do anything with that.
No, I can sit and shake it for the half hour that it needs to be shaken.
I was going to say that's appropriate.
James is like, more Nulzors. Yes.
Nulzors.
Yeah, this guy does need to dry still.
Yep. You ain't doing nothing with that.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's adorable. So stupid. So stupid.
So for you all out there that are watching, if this is your first time watching, join the chat. Become, tell us what you got going on. If you're painting anything, we have a group called Painting Happy Little Minis as well. You can join the Facebook group. And in that group, everybody in that community is super supportive of helping new painters. All the experienced painters are very knowledgeable and share their knowledge freely. Join up and you can, bring your painting up to another level. I won't be able to help you in bringing up your painting to another level because I am a novice. But I'm very supportive of you becoming better. Kurt, it's really good. Seen a guy make a D20 out of a 15-pound block of wood as a joke for people that grab their dice before he sees them. Nice.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Fast rollers. Gotta love them.
Yeah, those individuals are the worst. Fast rollers.
Oh,
20. I got a 20.
yeah, look what I did. That was great.
And they use like the yellow cleared opaques.
We had that at DragonCon, and we looked at each other like, it's something we didn't know. I was like, whatever, dude. If that's what makes you happy playing your game, go for it.
Scott says, so we are quickly approaching the Halloween season. Going to have a start working on my horror-themed gaming narratives. Yes. Scott, are you RPing D&D or Pathfinder or like Cthulhu? What RPG are you going to be doing narratives for?
You didn't participate in my D&D one last year, did you? My horror D&D game.
No.
Oh, you missed out.
Hi, James. Thank you for being a first-time watcher, first-time chatter.
Hey.
Craig says, I use 97-cent acrylics from Craft Section in Walmart. Okay, so Scott's doing Pathfinder, and I'm sure you already have it. The horror adventures that they came out with last year was really cool. We did a few episodes of a show what we called Epic Quest RPG, where we actually played and we utilized some of the character archetypes and skins, I guess they're called. What are they called? Yeah, archetypes.
Sure.
Out of that book, we had a were-tiger type, cursed tiger character, and a paladin that was like a...
Who doesn't like a cursed tiger?
Yeah, he was cool. Painting some dwarves for D&D. Yeah.
It's D&D.
Keith is doing that. And Craig Starnes is Tomb of Horrors. Yeah, Tomb of Horrors is...
Tomb of Horrors is scary enough, right? Don't need to do anything there.
They don't need any extra narrative for that module. That thing's super scary. Also, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are painting the WizKids Noel Zur's Marvelous Miniatures, which are their high-definition minis. We kind of went back to the beginning. We went back to what we first started the show off painting.
And if this is your first time seeing the Noel Zur's miniatures, they're really great. WizKids makes them. You can go to your local hobby shop. I'm sure they'll have them. Take a look. They got. I mean, the price point is great. You're getting 2 miniatures for, was it $3.99? $3.99 for 2 miniatures. They're hard plastic, so you don't get the bend that you get with other ones.
Or you're going to get like a bigger miniature like this, like the Displacer Beast here, also for $3.99.
$3.99. Yeah, the price doesn't go up.
The other cool thing about these is they're pre-primed. So you just open the package and you set it down, you're ready to paint, good to go.
That's what we did.
Yep.
That's what we did, no prime.
You don't have to put the models together or anything.
Ain't got time to prime.
Ready to roll. James says, I will be busy with Dead Monton House, Professional Haunted House. We open September 30th. Nice. Scott also says, I really like some of the aspects like the curses in the horror book. Lots of new options for players as opposed to you as are a werewolf. Right, exactly. Oh, you want to play a horror campaign? You're a werewolf. What? Or vampire. Wait, what, that's it? That's all our options?
Yeah.
Now it gives you so many options. You're an NPC now, or the town kills you. That's true, yeah. You became a werewolf, now you're an NPC. Oh, by the way, the villagers revolt and pitchforks and torches and kill you.
I wonder what level that game... What level are your characters now currently?
5th.
That was a 5th level adventure I landed in the Halloween campaign.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Don't you dare.
I'm doing it.
I've heard that it was horrible.
I'm doing it.
Not horrible as in, like, bad. Horrible as in deadly.
But it's different now.
He just wants to kill off his party.
That wasn't a killing off thing.
Did you TPK the party that played it?
No.
That's Halloween.
No.
Because I thought you had said you did.
No, I did not.
Well, that's good.
There were casualties. It was not a TPK. Maybe it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Craig says, I had a vampire player that kept his skin covered and carried his grave dirt in a sewn pouch in his cloak. He told anyone that asked he worshipped the moon goddess and was not allowed to let the sun touch his skin. That's kind of cool. He would have died in my campaign. Vampires die. That's what they do. So what are you painting over there, dude?
I'm actually painting. What are you doing?
I gotta let it dry.
Oh, that sounds like a strange tune. Huh? Sounds vaguely familiar. I'm letting my paint dry.
You say it all the time. Maybe I'm learning from the master finally.
Amazing.
I'm finally learning from the master.
Well, there's a first. Only took a year and a half.
Actually, he started out as a vampire hunter. It does seem like the case. You know, the only people that tend to die from electrical shocks are electricians.
That's right. Too big for their britches.
Aren't all adventures deadly? I guess if you were playing My Little Ponies, maybe not. That's true.
Let me run a My Little Pony game.
Yeah.
Maybe the scariest thing I've ever run.
Apocalypse Ponies.
Friendship ain't magic.
Kanan, I am painting a Displacer Beast.
He's painting.
I'm practically done. I literally just need to fix that base
Wow, you
up.
got the skills to pay the bills in this one.
On purpose. But these are by WizKids. These are the Noel Zur's Marvelous Miniatures, pre-primed with Vallejo Prime.
Say it right.
They're pre-primed with Vallejo Prime.
Vallejo Prime.
And they are high-definition miniatures. They're really good. They're solid. They're amazing. And I look forward to seeing the other...
they practically
lines.
paint themselves.
I mean, yeah, practically.
I thought about painting that last week. And I was like, you know what?
Out, separate from the other
I was
stuff.
like, you know what? I could do this. I go, but I think I'll just be sitting here waiting for it to dry the whole show, and I didn't do it.
Dun, 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 the master speaks the truth.
And
And I'm using the Army Painter War Paints. This one is the matte black, and it worked perfectly.
worked like a charm.
Yeah, Steven, give them a try. They're really nice, and at the price point, it's not going to break the bank.
Yeah,
you just get one little.
And you also get 3 goblins in one box. So I think I did. I think I bought 4. And
4 goblin packages.
4 goblin packages, and I mean that's not bad.
That's a war band.
That's
a
not,
goblin war band.
That's not bad because as they're killing them, you have reinforcements. But that's pretty good on the table at one time. I'm a fan.
I am a fan.
I'm a fan.
James says he has to go back to work soon.
Mine about 5. I think I'm 15 is what I did.
15?
Yeah, I think
I know I have.
You got enough knolls to shake a stick.
And I have a lot of knolls because, for those of you that may not know this, knolls are literally my favorite villain race.
Ever since he watched Lion King.
Lion King, the hyenas.
He was sold. Mufasa.
Say it again.
Mufasa.
Yeah. So I love knolls, so I do use them a lot. And what's funny is, I tend to put them when I use them in a campaign. I tend to put them in a very Mayan or Aztec themed society.
Yeah.
And Crystal was out at like a PetSmart or something, and they, you know how they have the like window clings for fish tanks that are like different themes in the background. They had a really nice one of a Mayan like.
Yeah. I usually do the Mayan stuff with the lizardmen. I see more Aztec-y with the lizardmen stuff, and leave the gnolls for more barbarian nomadic stuff, but or pirates.
Or pirates.
Well, it wasn't a pirate.
Oh,
God,
so check this out.
That was great.
He said
that was so good.
So
Keep it up.
The game is going to be. They're playing the game tonight. I can't play tonight because I'll be.
So he's going to miss all the major plot points. It's going to be great.
But I won't because I also saw the final episode of Game of Thrones, so I know exactly what's going to happen.
Can I throw in an untracked dragon? I don't think.
A miniature Dracolich, maybe.
You guys killed one.
We did kill the black dragon.
Now I'm doing that. You guys are missing. You're missing
Game
Dracolich.
of Thrones.
It's gonna be perfect.
Every time.
It's gonna be perfect.
It's like whatever happened on Game of Thrones, you know that next adventure is going to be themed around
he doesn't
it.
realize is that he keep missing sections. He keep missing XP. It's all right. They're just gonna keep going
okay
right straight past you.
My character is already pretty much a demigod.
He's already pretty much garbage.
He's a demigod.
Keep
He's
getting
awesome.
pictures made.
Jim says, you know why they don't paint themselves? I have left my vampire on my painting table and nothing happens. Well, vampires are very, very, like, they don't really want to do a lot of stuff. They tend to grab minions to do it for them and gather around. Kanan says, I want to be one of the frogmen from the old D&D cartoon. What were those, bullywugs? I think they were bullywugs.
That's what they're supposed to be.
A Fryce dragon, a fire and ice dragon. You need a pirate-themed show for T-Lap Day. Talk Like a Pirate Day?
Mm-hmm.
Is that coming up? Is that like the 17th of September?
It's one of those things that you find out about after the fact.
Yeah, it usually is. I think it's like the 17th of September, though, is Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's in September, you're right.
It's gonna be great.
We should do a blood and plunder type episode that day. And talk like this the whole time and drink rum and have a good, jolly old time.
I'll be out of town.
Of course you will. Or there will be family in town, as always.
I'll be at DragonCon.
Actually, the
Tuesday,
7th.
September 19th.
The 19th?
Yeah, Tuesday, September 19th.
It's a
International-
Tuesday. It is a painting episode.
Perfect. R. I like it. Craig says no.
How's that going over there?
I think it looks beautiful. You tell me.
Let's see.
It's getting there.
I think you're all right to do a little dry brush.
We're in the zone?
I think you're in the zone.
All right.
Get in the zone.
I like it.
Would have been nice if you hit the whole model, but other than that, good.
Where did I miss?
I mean, you got under the legs there.
Probably a little-
I mean, you got a little army arm there. I mean, you got a little foot there. Just
Let me
saying.
take a look.
Just say,
I think you're wrong.
You do you.
I think you're
Put that
wrong.
gray down. Dry brush
it's
it.
because you're sitting here touching the model. That's what happened.
That's what it was. I just chipped it
you
all off.
chipped it all off. Touching the model.
Just no.
As you do.
God, he's the worst. He's the worst.
See it, finish it. Yes.
Everything's gonna keep you down.
All right. Huh. What's that thing? It's called instant karma.
It's almost instant karma.
Almost instant karma. You can get it at your local CVS.
At your local CVS.
You all did see that, right?
I know I didn't.
Can't really tell what's going on there on the camera.
What?
Go like this real quick. Go like this with your left arm.
I got a little stuff in my hand.
Yeah, on your left arm. Just like this real quick, if you don't mind. Your left arm, other arm. Your other left arm.
Oh, now you got it. And that's how it
all over the
works.
inside of his arm.
No, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I like it. Good shot. Good try.
Looks
I did
great.
spill some on the table, though.
It'll wipe off.
Thank God for small favors. I'm going to need the other guy back, too, actually.
Sure.
I'm going to throw another bit of... Now that I have wash on the table, we might as well use it.
Might as well use it.
We might as well use it.
There you
Hey,
go.
thanks. So yeah, guys, if you're not part of the group, get on the group, throw pictures up. You know, we want to see what you're working on. You know, start discussions. You know, build a community.
Yeah. I actually posted something in there recently. You see that little dribble right there in front of him? Yeah, see those two little
yeah, there it
spots?
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
So
and
I put up a video last night about
the
scenery,
terrain one.
building.
Yes.
That guy is insane.
Yeah, that guy's no joke. I saw a different one actually from the same person.
Yeah.
And it's crazy sauce the stuff that guy can do. But it seems so time consuming.
Right.
But that's it. Same thing with model train builders. I mean, because I think it's what it was.
Yeah, it was for
is
model train.
those model train guys, man? They put their all into that stuff.
That's true. They really do.
It's their bag of chips, as they say. Nobody says that.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. It's not real.
But I thought it was really cool where he took the glue and made the dots, and then he took the grass and he put it in like a shaker.
The shaker. Yeah. So I've been using stag grass for years, and I've never done that. I thought that was actually really smart.
Freaking life hack right there.
Yep. No, like I said, I've been using stag grass for a long time, and I've never thought about doing that. Even when making tables, like when you're using bases, it doesn't matter. You use a little pinch, you put it on there. It's not a big deal. But with doing tables, like this guy did, that I wish I had that knowledge when I made all the tables for next door,
Right.
all at once before the mats came in, because that was time consuming.
I have no doubt. See, that's one of the things I put that in there because I want to build a couple scenery or terrain things for taking pictures of the miniatures that we're painting, and I just thought, why not see what you guys have done in the past? And of course, someone puts in there, I can't remember who it was, that they're like, yeah, I do it, and it's this like freaking submarine base thing, and I'm like, Jesus.
That's what you asked. You asked for it, you got it.
I was like, I mean, that was insane good.
You know, if you want to throw it, well, maybe you don't want to. I was going to say grab by the base, but he doesn't drop it.
I don't Frankenstein it every time. All right, James, have a good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. All right, also for everybody watching, if you are enjoying this, please like and share. We need you guys to get the word out there. Help us.
Yes,
help us
please
push it.
help us. And go to your local hobby shops, guys. Take a look at the miniatures that we paint. Tell them if they don't have them that you want them brought in, that you can take a look at them, that people actually do like them. Especially if you're a role player. These things, for their price point, that's the key, man.
Yeah, so this miniature right here of the Displacer Beast comes looking like this, you know, pre-primed without the black, you know, and then it comes with a base.
So you can base it after or before, you know. If you do want to prime it differently, you can, but you don't have to.
And they look great. And all the monsters, all the NPCs or PC figs that have, they all come with bases appropriate to their character size. So the orcs have the 1-inch base.
They're on the bases.
Yeah, so they're amazing. I love them.
I'm a fan.
Huge fan.
Big fan.
Good job, WizKids.
Thank you, Nolzors.
Kurt, flashback to building all those boards for the last Baltimore Games Day. So much static grass.
Oh my God. I'm surprised I didn't get a respiratory infection with all the static grass that we used.
Thanks, Craig.
Seriously,
Really?
Yeah, and some of us were. Some of them were wearing masks. I don't recall if I was, but would have been smart to do so.
Do you suffer from mesothelioma? From
Well,
static
because
grass?
you know what static grass is? It's just fiberglass.
I'm sure it's fiberglass.
That's all it is. It's just little fiberglass shards going in your respiratory. That's great.
Perfect.
But yeah, the shaker though, it was a cool hack.
This is Joshua Lemire.
Don't listen to that guy. That guy doesn't
So let me
understand.
ask you this: you guys did a games day where you built like a Car Wars arena. Remember that?
All right, so here's the thing with some games days, like they used to get tables from a lot of other game stores.
Okay.
Like the Red October. I don't know if you ever saw that one, but that was a giant ship that they called the Red October, and it was probably 15 to 20 feet long. It was huge. You played on top of it.
Okay.
All the coolest, Games Workshop used to make tables, but most of the ones came through from other stores, from actual non-GW retailers that spent all year.
Like Gale Force 9.
No, actual gaming stores.
Oh, okay.
So the gaming stores would make their own table, represent their store, come to games they set up, and they would play games all weekend, stuff like that. And yeah, but I don't. That one doesn't sound familiar. The Car Wars one.
You guys built it. It was at your store. Like when I first got here.
That wasn't Games Workshop.
No, it was a table you guys had built, and it looked like a cavern.
Yeah, it was
a racetrack cavern, and it was like Thunder Road or whatever. That was cool.
Yeah, no, they used to do big stuff like that. That was one of the things I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see more of that at Gen Con this year. But because we wanted to do like some one-off 40K stuff that wasn't a tournament. We just wanted to get it and do something.
Right.
Didn't have much of that.
So you know what that means? When they open up for next year, you guys should.
That's what they talked about.
They want
to do something. So we'll see.
We'll see. Cannon says a lot of private clubs do that as well. Yeah, absolutely. I think some of the best terrain builds for one-shot events come from the clubs themselves.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We built that table and we took it down. That was it. One shot, one weekend birthday, and that was it.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't do like a ceremony where you just lit it on fire.
We were gonna keep it and use it for another event, but I had some storage issues because the whole thing was made out of foam, and
it was huge.
And it was 12 feet.
Was it 12 feet? Yeah, it was 3 of your tables.
It was two.
Okay.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, it was 12. It was a 12 by 4, and so we had some storage problems, broke some pieces off. We were gonna bust it out for the next door birthday, but alas, that did not happen.
Scott says the Drunkens and Dragons YouTube page has a great video on making ice terrain with styrofoam and a lighter. Note, if you do this, wear a respirator and in a well-ventilated area. Good note there, Scott. So yeah,
lessons were learned.
So if you guys are making terrain or doing like big table builds and stuff like that, show us those as well, because I would love to see them.
Anything that deals with this hobby at all, we want to see it all.
Absolutely,
we want to see it
all. And
all.
if there's any games out there that's coming out that has miniatures involved in them that you would like to see us paint, let us know, and then I'll see if we can get them in.
If like we said, we're not looking for professional stuff either. My favorite thing that I saw was the guy that had his RPG group do their first miniatures.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the coolest things I've seen so far.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. So yeah, post everything you got. We want to see it.
We love it. All right, guys. I think that's it. That's the end of the day for us here today at the
mercifully
at the Game Trade Media Studio here in Timonium, Maryland. This has been Painting Happy Little Minis. Go to your local game store and support the community there.
If you have one.
If you have one, and if you do, become part of that community, and it will just grow and be better because of it. I have been your host, Rick. That's been the other guy, a.k.a. Kurt.
I'm here.
And we'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great afternoon.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe to Game Trade Media. Leave a like and comment on what videos you'd like to see next.